Hello and welcome to my channel and today's video. So my hair looks like this because it is time to tone it, and I figured today was the perfect day to try out the newest eSalon toners. I used to use them for like 3 years when I used to dye my hair red, but ever since going back blonde, I basically haven't used eSalon, so it's really nice to be able to go back and dive in and test a new product that they have. So if you're interested in a transformation using eSalon's toners and more information about those, then go ahead and keep on watching. So today is my first time using the toner. This is totally non-biased. I'm using it along with you and we're gonna go through this together. I'm going to be reading the instructions for the first time and kind of seeing what everything is, how to use it, and then obviously seeing the before and afters and how my hair feels and what it looks like and all that good stuff. So they came out with this at the end of last year, and up on the screen I'll be listing all the different shades of toners that they have. I specifically have the cooled blonde one, and I do know when I looked at this that they also have like a warmer blonde one, so definitely a couple options for blonde and a couple of options for the different tones that your hair could have once you go into the darker colors as well. The product comes in a box like this, and inside here you obviously will have everything that you need to do your hair. I'm gonna go ahead and brush my hair out. So my hair is not necessarily terrible. I definitely just want it to be a little bit cooler. It's been a while since I went to the hairstylist. I would say maybe 5 or 6 weeks at this point. So I used to use eSalon for years and years, like 3-ish years, when I used to have my hair a brown red color, and I loved eSalon. Always made my hair feel really nice and strong and soft and shiny, and I was always able to grow it out really long. Obviously bleaching and blonding your hair kind of takes a little bit of that away, so I'm really interested to see how this toner does and what it adds back into the hair. eSalon also does have a bleaching kit that you can order, which is basically for balayage highlights, which I have used in the past. I will link that video up here. I had a really fun time using it. It's really nice and easy. Reading the directions. First, skim through our product safety usage, blah blah blah. Okay, brush dry hair, divide into 4 sections and secure with hair clip or tie. Put the provided gloves and supplies stain guard to the skin. Pour toner into 10 volume. Developer, shake it up. Prime the bottle by lightly squeezing out any unmixed product at the tip. Also, my lighting is going to change a million times in this video, and I apologize. The sun is doing some wild ass dancing outside my window, and I kind of just have no control of that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna section these out and out of the way. And because this is a toner, it's kind of going to be more of a, or at least I would think, a little bit more of a quick application versus like really penetrating the hair with the dye. Obviously I want my hair to be saturated all the way through, but I'm not going to be as worried, just because if I have a little bit more dimension left with my hair, I'm not going to be too mad about it. Just kind of curious on what the tone ends up being of my hair. The bottom also is a little bit lighter, so I'm going to start at the top and go down. It's really fun and nostalgic to use this product, honestly, because I used to use eSalon legitimately every 3 weeks on my roots. And after this, I put my gloves on and I'm gonna slather this on my hair. I'm gonna take little sections at a time. I'm gonna brush them through and go to town. Okay, so I'm gonna set a 10-minute timer, and then after the 10 minutes, I'm gonna apply this formula to my bangs. So it has been 10 minutes, so I'm gonna apply this and leave it on for another 5. All right, so basically I'm gonna let this sit for 5 minutes, and then I will see you when my hair is all done so we can compare, contrast, and talk about the whole process. So hi, hello. So as you can see, I am back, and we have run into a little bit of an issue. I don't know what this color is, honestly. It looks swampy, it looks gray, but also like blue-green. And that's just like not a cool blonde. This is not a cool blonde. I'm not entirely sure where what went wrong. I would say that obviously these front pieces look the best. They're the brightest, but that's because I left them in for the shortest amount of time. Now I follow directions to a T, and I think that's where the issue lies, which means that I will not be finishing today's video today. I want to give my hair about 2 weeks time to wash out, because this is a toner, it will wash out. Fingers crossed. So what I will be doing is using a clarifying shampoo for the next 2 weeks. Hopefully this washes out and I am left with hopefully the color that I had before. And I definitely will be reaching out to eSalon to see if they offer up any suggestions in terms of hopefully I can sway them to change up their directions, because 15 minutes is way too long of a time to leave a toner that eventually turns into, I have a little bit of a sample here, that turns into this dark of a color. I think once it fades out, the color should be really, really nice and bright, but right now that's just not it. That's where I'm at right now, so I will definitely see you in about 2 weeks time, hopefully with normal hair, and we'll go from there. So see you in a little. So it's 4 weeks later, essentially. I didn't mean to go this long between filming these two side by sides, essentially, of how this faded and how I fixed the problem. But here we are. I also was waiting to hear back from eSalon, and I tried to find some sort of solution because I truly believe in the product and in the brand. So I wanted to finish this video on a positive note. It took about 2 weeks for my hair to get to a normal color. After the 6 clarifying shampoo washes, I started just washing it with my regular shampoo and conditioner, because at that point I was good to go. So it took about 2 weeks for me because I washed my hair every 3 to 4 days apart. I could have been washing it every day and my issue would have been solved within a couple of days or a day, depending on which way you decide to get the toner out of your hair. Now, I did reach out to eSalon, like I mentioned, and I do want to talk to you a little bit about this product. They gave me a little bit more details about the product, and I kind of talked to them about possible solutions. Now, eSalon is known to be a customized hair solution, right? So like they customize your hair color specifically on what your hair is and what you want it to be. Now the toners are set in stone. Like they just have specific toners, and if you order them, they do get sent out to you. The formula is not adjusted person per person. I would suggest possibly reaching out to them and saying, hey, I would like to tone my hair. This is what my hair looks like. This is what I'm trying to achieve. And they can offer you a product specifically for that, instead of you just being like, oh, I want to be more cool tone like I did, and pick a product. They did send me a different hair product to try out, so I will be doing a second video probably next month, because I do have an appointment coming up and I don't need to do extra things to my hair right now. Stay tuned for that coming up sometime this year, in the next couple of months. The solutions that I kind of talked to them about, which they didn't really want to say that these are the things that you should do. These are things that I was like asking them if you can do, and they kind of were like, yes you can, but like maybe you shouldn't. But anyways, I'm going to tell you. Usually when you apply any kind of toner, you do it over wet hair. Over cleanly washed wet hair, not conditioned though. So I would say that is my #1 suggestion for you if you don't want as much toning to happen, I guess. And I feel like if you did it on wet hair, first of all, it wouldn't tone to that degree. And also it would be much easier to track the progress of the color, because it would be wet. You could kind of emulsify it with between your fingers and like see the hair shifting in tone. And this leads into the second suggestion that I have, is to not use it for the full 15 minutes. I think you should be applying this to your whole head of hair, and having wet hair will definitely help you with the timing, because the product won't like dry out, because by the time that 15 minutes was up, my hair felt like dry, right? Like stiff and dry. And if your hair was wet and you apply the toner onto wet hair, you can very easily emulsify it in areas and check how your hair is doing. And then you can see whether you need to leave certain areas for 15 minutes, or if you feel like your hair toned in the right direction in like 5 minutes, and then you can go and wash it out and not look like a swamp monster. So to kind of wrap up this whole experience, I would 10 out of 10 use this product again, but obviously alter it to what I personally think my hair needs. I love eSalon and I believe in the company, and I think this is still a better product
than going into, say, like a Sally's and buying something that isn't as professional and as good for your hair. I know a lot of people don't have the money to go to salons, and I know that a lot of people don't have a cosmetology license and can't just walk into like a salon store and buy the products for way cheaper than, you know, going to the salon. So this is, I think, the perfect solution to meet in the middle and make sure that you're putting good stuff in your hair and that you're getting quality salon results. I think every time that you use a product for the first time, things can kind of go wrong until you figure out how to specifically use it and how to achieve the desired result that you want. So definitely follow those 2 tips that I gave you, even though they might not agree that that's a good way. And I think if you're a little scared to do it on your whole head, there are directions to do a patch test, essentially. So you would take like a piece of hair where you can't see it very much, mix up a tiny bit of the product and cap it and put it away and mix that and use that on your hair just to see how your hair is going to be shifting. So that's definitely another option if you're kind of scared to do your whole head. So that is all that I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.